You on the happy world of 5FM radio, bringing you hot, smoldering topics on a weekly basis. Your participation is important.
Good morning and welcome to yet another edition, Thursday edition of the Burning Issue here on the Happy World of 5FM radio. We are grateful that you found time to tune in, and we are also happy to be back with this particular edition. But we are not only the only ones broadcasting this live. We have our partner radio stations that are carrying this program live on their various platforms, and we are grateful for that. And these are Tuta FM in Mansa, covering the rest of Luapula province on 90.7 FM. Muchinga Radio on 88.1 in Chinsali, covering Muchinga province. And Spice FM in Kabwe, covering Central Province on 91.1. We are also live on the Copper Belt in Indola. We are on Platinum Radio on 99.7 FM. And we are also live on iWave FM radio in Chingola, covering the rest of the Copper Belt on 90.1 FM. And don't forget, we are also live on our Facebook page, and that's 5FM Radio Zambia. And here in Lusaka, we are on 89.9, that's on 5FM Radio. And I'm your host, Zachariah Banda. And in the next hour, 30 minutes, we should be able to have very progressive conversations, and we'll give you an opportunity as listeners to call in and interact with our guests as well on the number 0955-221515. Our guest this morning on the Happy World of 5FM Radio Thursday edition of the Burning Issue is Mr. Highvie Hamududu. He is the president of the Party of National Unity and Progress. Welcome to the program. Happy New Year. Good to see you. And how have you been?
Very well, Zaki. And it's great to be here. It has been long.
It has been long.
Oh,
it has been long. And
yes.
a lot has happened in between. And
yes.
we should discuss them. But you are well?
I'm well.
Good. How is the party?
Party's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a little bit of some controversies not long ago, because obviously your move of endorsing the UPND and Hakainde Ichilema by also joining the alliance did not settle well with a few of the people. Some got disappointed because they thought you were an alternative to this government as a political party, as an individual party, but also others did not agree with the move, and so they decided to back out of the party. That is the party members, some of them. If I'm yet to be corrected by yourself, but that endorsement move is a move that we should start with. Let's discuss it. What inspired your party to endorse and eventually join into the alliance with the ruling party?
First of all, Zach, there were invitations.
Okay.
Both from the right and the left formations. And therefore, in our policy meeting on 11th of October, this was tabled. That going into the future, let's assess ourselves, our prospects, and look at these invitations from the right, from the left, to present ourselves like we did before, into 2026 and beyond. The second was to look either right or left, looking at the invitations we had.
Right.
And among the three options, the invitation from the UPND Alliance looked more feasible for us. And I will explain today why. After 3 years of the UPND being in government, there is a track record that we will explain today, and exactly why we made that decision. So we made that decision as the first option from the other, options that were on the table.
Were there disagreement in the meeting? Were those?
No, unanimously agreed that with the three options, we are to go the UPND alliance. And therefore, a committee was made to deal with the nitty-gritties of the already agreed
decision. Yeah.
decision. So there was nothing really sinister about that. Perhaps my colleagues, felt that I let the cat out of the bag too early. But I was backed by a meeting of the 11th of October. And then on the 24th of November, an opportunity arose, and I had to break the good news of what was already agreed. I mean, my brother, I mean, at my level, can I just dream and say something backed by, a meeting? I mean, I'm a procedural guy. I'm not from the streets. I mean, I have some decorum, and therefore, then there are minutes to that effect. And so, but when you make such a decision, there could be one or two who might not agree, and they must be respected.
Yeah.
You understand? Eh?
Yes.
Not everyone goes along with you. And that must be respected. And for me, I respect my colleagues, those who did not agree.
Yeah.
And only one left. The rest we are together. I can tell you now, we are together. Whether it's our member of parliament, you can interview him here. We are 100% together with that decision, and it's done and dusted. And it is irreversible for now. For 2026, I want to make it very clear,
right,
for any avoidance of doubt, that the PNUP party will be supporting the UPND presidency in 2026, which is Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, for his re-election in 2026 for his second term. That's to be very clear. And but we remain a party. So
that's right.
And we are going to this alliance, which already has a structure. There are parties there. There's ADD led by Honorable Mirupi.
Yeah.
There is a MDC led by Honorable Mutati, and the others. So we are just fitting within the general framework. And in as far as the decision of our party is done and dusted.
Don't you think that at the time you were getting invitations from both the left and the right, in your decision making or in your analyzing of the two, your analysis should have given you a bigger picture that if you went the other way and not with the ruling, you had the potential to lead
of becoming the president.
Exactly.
But you see, let me tell you something. The country matters more than Hamududu becoming president. Okay?
Yeah.
We are in politics for the better good of the country, not for Zach or for Hamududu to become president. That is secondary. And I have always told the people, we must never have an ambition of becoming a president. Then it becomes personal. So this is a country decision. This is not a village headmanship. Yeah, like I am from the royal family. I can go in the village and be crowned headman, crowned chief. I'm from that lineage. I mean, this is different. This is a country. Okay, this is a country, and therefore, teamwork is paramount than you becoming president. And in the future, if you become president, thank God that you are a president among equals.
But also perception could be that you found it easy to get into the ruling side simply because it's familiar territory. You were once a UPND member, so it would be easy for you to take your party and easily,
Let me tell you, we are all Zambians, and we are all familiar to each other, whether the left or the right. We come from the same homes. We go to the same churches. We go to the same functions, weddings. We are the same people. It's just some people who take it a bit too far to emphasize differences. We are one people. And therefore, in terms of familiarity, we are familiar, both from the right and the left. These are our friends. These are our brothers and sisters. But for the UPND, there is a track record in the 3 years that won our admiration and that we must support the reform agenda. And I will explain here, one by one, the reasons why we chose.
But how easy this was, knowing that the UPND alliance is led by someone you differed with?
No, I have no personal difference with President.
Politically,
No.
you
Look,
have differences.
when you leave a party,
Yeah.
it's just a right. I've never told you why I left UPND, so you are just speculating.
Well, I'm not the only one.
To your own speculation.
Of course.
Look at it, by the way.
Between yourself and President Hakainde Hichilema, whether politically or indeed personal.
Outside politics.
Yeah.
President Church is my brother.
I know.
Yeah. And we have no personal difference whatsoever. And you must mention it if you heard anything. Maybe you are here. You get my point? These are politics. And not everybody, for example, from the same area belong to the same political party. And many people have been in many political parties. You look.
Also, it was public that at some point you became best allies with the then ruling party and most likely the head of state at the time when HH was in opposition, and you dined along with Edgar Lungu and gave you certain responsibilities that he entrusted you with. That could not have sat well with Hakainde Hichilema, obviously.
Well, I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
First of all, beyond all this, we are friends, and I appreciate. For example, President Edgar Lungu had a lot of good admiration for me, and I appreciate that. And he's not the only one. Both the right and the left.
Don't you think he's now very let down that you didn't agree to be on the right?
Well, I think he had done his term. I don't want to say much. By and large, after his tour of duty, he should have rested and became a statesman. And if he took that route, he's a good man. That route would have been better for him and for the country. And I think going into the future, after having a tour of duty as president, let's give the former president the decorum of statesman. There is a place for that.
Based on the 2021 election and the results of the elections, you did very well as a party.
Yeah.
And you were very famous. After the elections, you became more famous than when you were going in it.
I'm still famous. Look,
that should have given you that should have given you muscle enough to believe that you can actually get to the helm of.
Yeah, even ambition must be moderated. Okay, everything must be moderated. I can tell you, and I thank Zambians for the support, for the goodwill. Even today, I'm still trending. Okay, even the decision I've made, my base, okay, of those that follow me are impressed. They're happy with it. By and large, it's good for the nation. It's good for the future of this country.
Are you also getting negative feedback that you shouldn't have done this?
It's always normal. Some of the people giving negative feedback were not even my supporters. So you can't. This is not a beauty contest, that you must be loved by everybody. While we would want to be loved by everybody, you cannot. It's not possible. There's no politicians today who is loved by everybody. There are people who love President HH, others don't. There are people who love me, others don't. There are people who love President ECL, others don't. So it's normal. You understand? And therefore, for me, for my sake, really, I am very grateful for the support that I am getting. And didn't just start during the elections, by the way. When we were on the presidential debate, remember we were many presidential candidates.
Right.
It was a long list.
Yeah.
And we were put in 2 batches. And there was a Diamond TV organized